I'm Sexy921 Awesome, and I'm here today with Spiderjackangel.
Hi everyone.
And today we're reviewing the DLC for the Evil Within.
The Assignment.
That's right, Assignment. And if anybody doesn't know this, there's going to be another DLC coming out for this continuation of the Assignment called
The Consequence.
That's right. And when do you think that's coming out, the second part?
I thought it was a really good game. It's a lot more different than what I thought it was going to be, but I have to say it was a very good, intense experience. The game itself is a lot more different than what some of you may think it's going to be, because the DLC kill anything in the DLC, where in the Evil Within, story campaign, you kill a lot of like zombies / monsters and stuff like that, but here you more just try to avoid them altogether and basically, hide within darkness here and there and hope they don't find you. And while that is a pretty interesting approach to it, I mean, it does make it a lot more intense in terms of gameplay, especially when you get chased by that lighthouse head type individual, but however, some people may not like that. I mean, I know that when I first played it, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But my concern was with you. I didn't know if you were going to like it that much due to the fact that more puzzles in the DLC. They had a lot more hiding system going on in the DLC. And overall, the DLC, I mean, while being good, I do have to say some people may not like it due to the fact that it may not be what they expect for the DLC.
It's a much more stealth-based.
Yes. Yes, a lot more stealth-based.
If you've played Outlast, then it's kind of in the realm of that, where you're running away from people.
Yeah. But I do have to say, I do like the fact that somehow, some way, they got away with interpreting their type Slender Man in the game. I did like that.
They totally ripped off Slender Man. I mean, it was a total blend.
They did. They totally ripped off Slender Man. And it's so funny because, like, the last chase scene at the end of the game is just like, you're just going like, wow, I feel like I'm getting chased by Slender Man.
Yeah. Slender Man's come
in the face, like you don't see his face. It's very Slender Man-ish.
You don't see his face anywhere in the game. You're like, are they ever going to show us his face? Now, I think that in the second part they might show us his face, like how they revealed.
Well, I think probably with the second part of the game, since we're getting the girl's storyline in terms of like when she was basically working with this organization, I think we're gonna see like a little bit further of the ending of the video game than what we saw to begin with, and it's gonna make a whole lot more sense because the fact that by the time you get done with the assignment, you got a good bit of information that basically adds into the video game, because the girls' campaign in the DLC coexists with the same time the storyline's going on, but however, you just basically experience everything from her point of view.
Mm-hmm. Now, we know that these are the two DLCs that's going on right now, but we also know that there is a third one on its way where you get to play the box head man, right?
Yeah.
So
that's going to be pretty cool.
You know what I think that's going to be? Like, I have a little theory of what I think the box head DLC could be. I think that maybe it could be a prequel. They could be telling us how the guy became the box man.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah.
Although, basically, with this DLC, it does feel like certain things within the game were simulations.
Yeah.
There's a scene where the consequence will take the girl character because, with the way that how her story is kind of left off in this cliffhanger at the end.
Yeah. I mean, I am pretty excited for the next DLC. I gotta admit, it really left me on a cliffhanger. You know, the ending, well, because it was quite the game actually.
Mm-hmm.
It was very stealthy, but it had, really, it was almost like kind of like a hybrid. It was like a stealth game, and then they had a little bit of shooting there for the shooting fans. You know what I mean? They
Yeah,
had that one
I
level.
think the shooting part was basically there to basically satisfy the individual need to go down.
I know that if that scene never happened, I know that there would be a riot in the streets. But
I think if that scene never happened, I think the gameplay would have still been good, but I think there would have been maybe a little bit more complaining here and there with
yeah,
it.
well, it was and it once you get the gun, it's all good. But it's kind of weird though, cause like there's parts in the game where you get like an axe, and you can
Mm-hmm.
only use the axe if you sneak up on behind the person, where you play.
The game, the assignment, actually does sort of rip off a little bit of The Last of Us as well, due to that one boss battle where basically you have to sneak around and attack the guy with the glasses from behind with the axe. And for those of you that may not have played The Last of Us and not got around to it yet, there's a certain scene in The Last of Us where you play as Ellie, and basically she has to sneak around and attack this one guy from behind.
Guy's just like a rapist cannibal.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
That's different. I mean, in this game, the guy with the glasses, what's his name? Yeah.
I can't remember his name. I just call him the guy with the glasses.
Yeah, I call him the guy with the glasses too. He's not my favorite character in the game. he's always like, I need my glasses because they make me feel normal. I wasn't that upset when he died in the game. I was just
Well,
like,
you still don't know if he died. I mean, it's very possible that his death may have not happened for the fact that
maybe it was this zombie version of him. I don't know.
yeah. Well, we don't know the full gasp of everything. That's why we're waiting for the consequence, because with the way that the DLC ended, it's going to shine a whole lot of light on what the ending is to the game. When you completed the campaign, because of the fact that this DLC shined light on stuff that we had questions with the story campaign. I mean, especially when we got to that ending. I mean, we both love the ending to The Evil Within, but we were left hanging with a little bit of questions here and there. And I have a feeling that when the consequence comes out, we're gonna get those answers that we want.
Oh yeah, like the ending to like the ending to the actual game, not the DLC, was amazing. I mean, it was like mind blowing. But like the ending to the DLC, I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't like as amazing as like the ending to like the actual game. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, but I do have to say, some of the gameplay in terms of the hide and crawl around type gameplay in this game, I do have to say that stuff got really intense a lot of the times, and I would say it probably got more intense than anything of the story campaign in The Evil Within, because the fact that you had nothing to defend yourself with in the DLC hardly.
Yeah,
you
there's
just had your
lot
flashlight.
A lot of stealth
that
going
was
on.
It.
A lot of stealth going on.
Yeah.
And they had that stupid guy again who shows up, that invisible ghost zombie or whatever the hell he is. I don't know what is he? A ghost zombie? I don't even know what.
I don't know. All I know is that the ghost zombie thing, you just basically can't see him unless you shine your light on him, and he's just like right freaking there.
He's the worst.
I just ignore him. I just basically like, I'm just gonna sneak by here and just go my own separate way. And
sneaking by that guy is hard, man. It's hard to sneak. You hide in the locker, he knows where you are, man.
So, what would you give this game out of 10, Danny?
I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. Not as good as the actual game, but still really good.
I actually agree with you. I mean, I actually like it as much as the actual game, but I think a solid 8 is really good, actually.
I mean,
think
for a DLC, that's a really good rating. I mean, DLC.
Yeah, I mean, I would give this a solid 8 as well. I mean, I'll
Yeah.
probably boost it up, probably 8.5, but I think I'll probably stick with 8 because the game did get frustrating here, but it didn't get overly frustrating. The game got frustrating when basically started dying.
The most frustrating part for me was the level where you had to hide behind all those stuff from the light bulb head guy, and he's like looking for you. That, when you have to get in the elevator and the light bulb guy's looking for you.
Yeah, I call him both light bulb and lighthouse type guy because of the fact that he basically kind of has like a lighthouse type head and he kind of shines at you.
I like that the safe zones was the cat. I kept on laughing my ass off.
Yeah, that was interesting.
I was like, okay, so like, it's funny because like the original game, the safe zones are like the darkest shit ever, and like in this
the mirror
game,
that you just basically go in and there's like this badge, and then basically you look in the mirror and you go into like this other realm per se, where there's a person at a desk basically telling you to fill out your name here and all that stuff, and it's very insidious type like, and then the girl gets a freaking cat that you just basically sit down on the couch, you just pat a little bit, and you just go like, wow.
What was the cat eating though? I want to know this because was it bread or was it brains? There's a scene with the cat and I don't know what it's eating. Is it eating people?
I don't know, but did you catch the little Easter egg in this game or not?
Oh, you mean with the snail?
I mean with the Little Big Planet guy.
Oh no, but I did get the snail. Yeah, there's a company that sponsors the game with a snail, and I got the snail trophy. And it's so funny because you click on the snail, and like a heart.
Go back to look for that, but there was actually like the part where basically you're looking around for the other electric batteries or whatever for the little circuit board,
Yeah.
where you're basically looking for that stuff, and then it was basically kind of like, I can't remember the exact location, but I did upload it onto my Facebook. We'll basically post it for Epic Horror fans on Facebook to share with you guys.
Yeah.
But however, yeah, you just see like the little Big Planet dude.
You know what is hilarious about this game though? They really like to screw with people. I'm going to tell you this right now. Okay, so you know how like you're opening the safes in the game?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well the funny thing is, different versions of the game actually have different things. So like, let's say you're playing the computer version, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the computer version has a different code than the PlayStation 4 version. So because I was watching the walkthrough and the code was different, so I wasn't able to open the safe from the walkthrough because it was a PC version. So I thought that was interesting. All right, so I'm giving him an 8. You're giving it an 8. We're gonna and a couple of months. I don't know when the next DLC comes out, but we'll definitely review that too. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, and also we plan on also reviewing a lot more stuff down the line. Us members at Epic Horror fans are only getting started, and we hope that you guys basically check out our videos that, you guys may have not checked out all the videos yet, but I hope you guys actually do. We put basically a lot of effort on basically giving you our opinions. We would love to hear yours. If you have anything you want us to basically try to review, we'll get around and doing it whenever we can and when we have free time.